Hello class, we are back and ready to get to work on Lesson 7. Lesson 7 is part of Chapter 4, so this means we're moving right along. Okay, so here is a part of Lesson 7's programming. Naturally, we have our comment section where you put your name. I hope you are typing these things up. This is great practice for you and it'll help you get comfortable with your software that you're using to do your programming. It's just all real good stuff. It'll help you remember this stuff, okay? So try to do it. So here is your comment section. Here is your header files. Include string, that allows us to use strings in our program. Include IOStream, that allows us to use cin and cout. And then of course our using namespace statement. And then now we're down to function main. Today, because we're learning about control structures, and the control structure we're learning about is selection, then that means we're going to learn about the if statement. Selection means the program has to do one thing or the other. A selection is made. If a condition is true, then it'll do this. If it's not true, it'll do that. So a decision point is made, a selection, okay? So that's what we're learning about in this chapter. And we're going to start with the if statement. In programming, we need a way to direct our program to do something based on user input. If it's true, do X. If it's not true, do something else. It may be just continue with the program like it is, right? It just depends on the program. All right, so here's an example. We have string food. So food is my variable and it's a string variable. The user will enter yes or no and it's going to be stored in food. Here's my prompt. Cout, would you like to eat pizza today? Yes or no? And then when the user types in a response, it'll be stored in food. All right, so to use the equal operator, we have to put two equal signs because one equal sign is an assignment statement. We assign a value to a variable. This is checking to see if two things are the same, so we have to use two equal signs so that C++ knows the difference. So it won't assign the value on the right-hand side to the value on the left-hand side because that's not what we want. We want it to compare them. All right, so it checks to see if two values are equal. If food equals yes, and we have the quotes around yes, so if the user typed in yes, they want pizza today, then we'll cout, okay, let's eat pizza today. Else, that means if they type in anything else, even if they type in their name, right? No matter what they type, if it's not YES with a capital Y, notice that. If it's not YES, then it's false. And they say, okay, let's eat something else then. Else is our default condition. That's what I mean by that. So if they type anything other than this, the default is going to be else. Okay, let's eat something else then. This cout on the screen. All right, so let's build this program real quick. It succeeded, so then we're going to start without debugging. And it says, would you like to eat pizza today? If I type capital YES, because that's what I had in my program, I will get, okay, let's eat pizza today. But if, let me close that screen. If I run it again, put this back in place. If I run it again, and would you like to eat pizza today? But I put a lowercase yes, not capital. Okay, let's eat something else then. But I said yes, right? Well, the reason is, see this quote? If I wanted it to work for a lowercase yes, then I would have to list it as well, right? So I would have to check to see if food is equal to lowercase yes. So you would have to check for each one because uppercase yes, lowercase yes, they are not the same. Okay, so anything else they typed in would be counted as an else, and then whatever is told to happen under else, that's what will happen. Okay, so that's the end of that little example. Let's move on. Okay, so here is another little segment that is an example. We're going to use numerical values. So we have an integer age, cout, enter your age in quotation marks, and then our variable cn age will hold what the age they type in. Now we made it an integer because very few people say I am 25.6 years old. I mean, they just don't do that, right? So we don't typically use decimals with someone's age. Now here is our selection statement, the if statement. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then cout you are 18 years old or older. Else, so if they put something that's not greater than or equal to 18, which would be less than 18, right? Cout you are not 18 years old or older. So let's build it, build solution, make sure I have no errors. Okay, and then let's start without debugging. Enter your age. I'm going to put 25, so that's over 18. You are 18 years old or older. Okay, very good. What if I run it and I put 18? It says age is greater than or equal to 18, so equal to counts. Let's test it. I'm going to put 18. See, I am 18 years old or older. All right, so let me put something less than 18 because we haven't checked to see if our else statement will work. So I'm going to put 15. You are not 18 years old or older. So now you see how the selection process works. If it's true, do one thing. Else, if it's not true, do something else. Okay, so now let's learn about some more operators. We learned about equal to, we learned about the greater than or equal to, so naturally there would be less than or equal to. So now let's learn about and operators. So here's my statement. I want to determine if the user is a teenager or not. And we're going to use the and operator. If age is greater than or equal to 13 and age is less than or equal to 19, so we're checking for both. Are they greater than 13 and less than 19? Both conditions have to be true for this statement to be true. So all conditions must be true before the if statement is true. Okay, when you use the and operator. So you would cout you are a teenager because you would fall between 13 and 19. And it's using equal to, so it could be 13 and it could be 19 or anything in between. Okay, else you are not a teenager. So if you don't fall between these numbers, you are not a teenager. Now let's look at the or statement. The or statement are two pipes up and down. Okay, the and statement are two ampersigns. The or statement is two bars straight up and down. They're called pipes. If age is less than 13 or age is greater than 19, cout you are not a teenager, right? If you're greater than 19 or you're less than 13. So only one of these have to be true for it to be true. And that's why I put the notes here. Only one needs to be true. If this is true or if this is true, you are not a teenager. Else, you are a teenager. And not equal to, the not equal to operator is an exclamation point, then an equal sign. That means not equal. So if age is not equal to 18, See out, you're not 18. Else, any other number, right? You are 18. Else you are 18, because this is not. If age does not equal 18, so that'd be any other number, you're not 18. But if it does equal 18, that means this is false. So then else you are 18. Okay? Now, here's some notes on the operators. You have greater than, which is the greater than sign. Less than, which is the less than sign. We have less than or equal to, which is less than sign with an equal sign. We have greater than or equal to, which is a greater than sign, then an equal sign. We have two ampersigns, which means and both have to be true in order for the whole statement to be true. We have two pipes, which is the or operator. Only one has to be true, then the whole statement is true. And then the not equal to, and that's obvious what that means. Okay, so that is the end of lesson 7A. So we're going to do lesson 7B right after this. So see you in the next lesson.